yearbook staff. Today is Friday, January 29th, and you're watching Pioneer TV. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
What is up, Leavenworth High School? Today is Friday the 29th of 2021. Can you believe that? A full month into 2021 and no World War III threats. I would count that as a success. Finally, let's check in with Annalise and Michael for a sports review.
This is Annalise Murphy and Michael bringing you our sports newscast. Our girls basketball team have been doing a great job pushing for some more wins and working hard as a team to come together and have worked on making us very, very proud. Our boys basketball team have had to overcome many obstacles due to COVID-19, but have been able to look forth at what is to come. Our powerlifting team had their first meet where they did absolutely amazing, and I have no doubt that they will continue to do even better in the future. Our boys swimming team have pushed hard and have been practicing within their meets, for which they've been doing absolutely phenomenal. Keep up the great work. Let's talk to some of our bowling team about their accomplishments and practices within which they will start competing more. Lastly, our wrestling team have been competing and taken many time out of their practices to get some big wins, especially in their recent tournaments. Keep up the good work, Pioneers. We were all very proud of you.
Thank you, Annalise and Michael, for that wonderful sports review. Now let's take it away with Sage and debates and forensics.
Despite starting the year with a fresh team and difficult COVID restrictions, the debate team did phenomenally well this season. The tournaments were held 100% via Zoom, but that did not slow them. In fact, they set a new winning record in every tournament, and every team had a win record of 70% or higher. Team Michelle and Dovey and Trifina Mundell took second place at the East Kansas Novice State Championship, and Team Peyton White and Christian Skaggs took first place at the same tournament. The team's overall performance was extremely impressive, and I personally can't wait to see what they accomplish next year. Now, onto the forensics team, which is not, in fact, forensic science, but competitive acting/public speaking. They only recently started, and it still hasn't been decided whether they will be doing synchronous or asynchronous when it comes to tournaments, but nonetheless, despite any and all difficulties, they will surely succeed. Overall, amazing job to the debate team, and good luck to the forensics team.
We're glad to have you back at school. Let's see how the Ingenuity students are doing.
Remote students this semester are learning through Ingenuity. Different from first semester, students are only taking core classes through the self-paced website. For Tashi Delk, her senior year is definitely different. She described it as miserable and unfair as she couldn't be sitting next to her peers and seeing their lovely faces. She said, "I am grateful for the online class choices because I feel more in control of my health. I am protecting myself from entering the building with hundreds of people. I care deeply about how these changes have affected my friends and the other students." Another student, Kaylin Lee, a junior, reflects on the new year.
My reason for continuing online learning was to ensure the safety of me, my mom, and my grandparents, because my mom already works almost every day and I didn't want to double the risk of COVID in my house. My social life is incredibly different, because like I said, I still talk to my friends every day, but I don't get to see them every day, and that definitely it's very different for me, just because I'm a very emotional person. I thought I was very antisocial, but then the minute it got taken away from me, I was upset about it. I think Ingenuity is great. I've been liking it. It definitely still stresses me out, just the same as normal school would, but I think it benefits me a lot better. My learning schedule is just the same as that, getting up at 7:50 and then working until 3 to just finish what I need to get done for the day, and then we have certain percentages that we have to hit at the end of every week. Like this Friday, we have to be done like 40 to 45% done with everything in Ingenuity.
Signing off, this is Angelica Hoolinger.
Now a personal review of Cyberpunk from our own Nevin and Antonio.
Cyberpunk 2077 is a recently released open-world RPG made by CD Projekt Red for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. It was one of the most anticipated releases of 2020. However, it seems to have not lived up to the hype of everyone's expectations for a few reasons. Let's take a look. In the game, you play as a mercenary in a futuristic dystopian city riddled with crime and corruption. It is very dynamic and praised, where it depends on the kind of character you build and whether you choose to play the side missions or stick to the main story. You are free to roam throughout Night City as you please, and take the game at your own pace, or you can go through the story that has been very well received across critics. The gameplay itself is a bit of a mixed bag. On one hand, the gunplay, while at times can be difficult to control, feels satisfying and diverse. And the driving, while can feel janky and difficult to control at times, is honestly really fun and was one of my personal favorite experiences with the game. It feels like a lot of the best aspects of the game have some kind of caveat that keep it from being good all around. The worst part of this game, however, has to do with the bugs and performance issues that has gotten the game its bad reputation. Playing the game on an Xbox One was truly awful performance-wise, where it felt like the game was running at 20 frames per second at all times. It honestly made me a bit sick just watching the game, not to mention the freezes when loading certain parts of the map and how long loading is in general. There are so many different kinds of bugs here, such as things like animations not working right, things getting stuck in surroundings such as vehicles or even yourself, and many more. It is clear that this is a game that was released in an unfinished state and could have been much better if the developers were given more time. Overall, while Cyberpunk has some genuinely good aspects to it, I just can't recommend it when it's riddled with bugs and terrible performance on consoles. I think that the game could be worth buying later on down the line if the developers fix the issues the game has currently, but as of now, hold off. This has been Nevin Snyder with Pioneer TV.
That was great. Anyone else jealous of that voiceover voice? Next is our review for Wonder Woman 84. Cool. Is Wonder Woman 84 watchable? Today we're going to find out in my Wonder Woman 84 review. Wonder Woman 84 sends us to the 80s with its loud and bright colors, but does it catch the viewer's eyes? Some people have said that they felt lost in the story and enjoyed this movie. The CGI is better in this movie compared to the first film, and they love this 80 movies and couldn't wait for Wonder Woman 3. Another 10 out of 10 review by a viewer on IMDb says expectations leads to disappointment, but still gives it a 10 out of 10. Some people even complain that maybe Patty Jenkins isn't the best director. They say Patty Jenkins sends women back with this rubbish, giving it a 3 out of 10. Some people just simply say it is phony baloney. I personally give it a 4.5 good. I watched it. I didn't care for it. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Wonder Woman 84 was a budget of $200 million. Do you think it was a $200 million well spent? Please check it out and watch it for yourself. One last thing that we need to cover before we leave. Please make sure to go over to your Google Classroom grade and please vote for our royalty nominees. We will be back for Winter Royalties. Thank you for watching. We'll see you February 10th.